getting a little spooky. Here are my 5 whiskeys for Halloween. Welcome to 4 Leaf Whiskey. It's Friday the 13th. That means Halloween is only 2 weeks away. So here's 5 whiskeys that I'm picking for you to enjoy on Halloween. So I tried to mix up this list. There's some Irish in here, there's some Scotch, there's some American whiskey in here. So let's get into this list. So first on the list, Bushmills 10-year. So this is a 10-year Irish single malt. This has a little bit of Oloroso sherry finish, but mostly it's a bourbon finish. This is 40% ABV, 80 proof. I do get a little bit of that almond, kind of honey almond note on the nose, which is kind of indicative of Oloroso sherry. But on the palate, honey almond and milk chocolate. So if you're gonna steal some of your kids' candy, if you're gonna steal a little bit of candy from the bowl as you're handing it out for this Halloween, this is actually a really good one to pair with milk chocolate. So next on the list, we're going over to Scotland with probably my favorite blended Scotch, which is Compass Box Orchard House. Now this one is a blend of Linkwood Clynelish. This is 46% ABV. I think I paid $70, $75 for this bottle. And honestly, it's become one of my favorites because of the notes on it. And that's honestly what I think. When I think of fall, I actually think of Compass Box Orchard House. It reminds me of when you go apple picking in the fall. So you're going out to the orchard. You've got the hay rides, you've got the bonfire, you've got the apples and the pears. I get apple, pear, honey. It's a little bit floral, kind of like apple blossomy floral. And right at the finish, it's just a wisp of smoke. Just a wisp. Not a lot, just a wisp. Really nice whiskey for fall, and one that's really gonna remind you of autumn. Next on the list, we're gonna have an American whiskey. This is Benchmark Bonded. This is 50% ABV, 100 proof. So I know this one was made, bottled, aged, distilled at Buffalo Trace Distillery. It's honestly one of my favorites. I'm floored at the price on this one. I think I honestly paid $21 for this bottle. On the nose, you get the typical bourbon notes. I got a lot of like the burnt brown sugar, vanilla. I get a little bit of fruit though. I get some kind of fresh red apple as well. So the palate of this one, I get a note that I haven't really heard a lot from other people, but I get marshmallow, like Marshmallow Peaks. So I get that marshmallow fluff. I get the crystallized sugar. I still get some woody kind of oak tannin at the end. Not a very long finish, but honestly, for $20 a bottle, I don't need a long finish for $20. This is such a bargain. And just that marshmallow kind of sugary, sweet dessert note that I get on this, perfect for trick-or-treat night. Perfect. It's gonna pair well with any candy you put in front of it, I'm telling you. Next on the list, I'm going with another American whiskey, and that's Knob Creek Single Barrel. Now I have a few of these Knob Creek single barrels. They're all 60% ABV, 120 proof. You guys know more about bourbon than me. Let me know if they're all like that or if the ABV ever changes. So for these Knob Creek single barrels, from what I've been told is some are better than others. And I have found that to be the case. I've got some that, you know, they're pretty good. And then I've got some that just blow your doors off. This one is a really good one. This was the GIA Bourbon Club 2020 pick. This was distilled in 2011 and bottled in 2020. And there is a reason why I picked Knob Creek. Again, thinking Halloween, thinking you're gonna have trick-or-treat candy, whether you got kids or whether you just have people at your house, or whether you just are in the office and have that bowl around that you know this time of year is always filled with candy. This one, I get peanut notes all the time on any of the Knob Creeks. Like, you go to that steakhouse and there's a wait for a table and they give you a little buzzer that you have to walk around and slip in your pocket or hold in your hand the whole time. and you're still hungry and they give you the shelled peanuts. Those shelled peanuts, I get that on Knob Creek. And I absolutely love that. And honestly, I just think, man, this would pair great with Reese Cups and Reese's Pieces and that kind of candy that you always get this time of year. Brown sugar, vanilla, peanuts. A little bit of oakiness at the end. A little bit of spice. I really like the spice on these single barrels. These vary in price. I still don't think I've paid over $100 for any of them. Great whiskey, great for Halloween. All right, for my last pick, down here, 2 stacks, Dram in a can. This one is perfect, honestly, for fall. It's convenient, it's discreet. You can still put this in your pocket if you're going to the golf course, if you're going tailgating. If you just want something, you're going to be out handing out candy, you want something you simply throw in your pocket to go outside and drink. This one is 86 proof, 43% ABV. This is the same blend that is in their Blender's Cut, their cast strength. This is just the lower ABV version. This is 100 milliliters, so you're getting a decent amount of whiskey in this can. These come 4 cans to a pack. I think they retail right around $20 and $22. It's very, very reasonable. You're going to find them in a lot of places in the US. So it's a blend of 5 different whiskeys, and it's got a good amount of complexity. It's roughly about 4.5 years old, 4 to 5 years. I mean, I get honey, I'm getting that kind of shortbread cookie note that you typically get with Irish, getting vanilla. And just at the end, again, it's just a wisp of smoke. It's got 2% peated malt. So it's a little bit more smoke than the Compass Box earlier. It's going to taste a little bit more, but honestly, it just adds a nice little depth. I think kind of like a cigar blend. If you're a cigar smoker, oh my gosh, throw one of these in your pocket. Next time you're going outside to smoke a cigar, this goes great with cigars. Vanilla, honey, a little bit of that shortbread cookie, tobacco, a little bit of woody note, really nice length of finish. Like I said, the smoke is very, very subdued. A little bit of fig, really nice whiskey, 43% ABV, widely available. So there's my list. Let me know what you guys are going to be drinking this Halloween. Slaw chat.